Hey guys, this is Chris with Acres of Independence, and I'm going to talk with you about the four most important things before you purchase a piece of land. A lot of people are buying 10-acre tracts. They put their house on 1 acre and they don't know what to do with the other 9. They're spending upwards of $15,000 an acre to purchase the land, and these are some things that you want to consider before you make that investment. Or if you've already made that investment, we're going to talk about what the next steps are in order to maintain that land and not cost you more in the future. Number 1, the maintenance isn't cheap and doing it wrong costs more. The biggest rookie mistake, doing nothing and letting the weeds take over. Then the weed board shows up and sends you a letter. Suddenly you're forced to spray, and getting weeds sprayed on small acreage can be north of $100 an acre. I've seen people ignore their land for a couple seasons, the weeds explode, and they end up with a $1,000 to $2,000 bill just to get back to square one because they waited too long and let it get out of control. Second thing, the land has limits. In our area, most of it's dry land. Dry land has limits. You don't have irrigation, right? So you pick orchard or vineyard is probably not a reality in that situation. However, the land will support maybe decent pasture, area for pollinators, grass for grazing. All of those things are a definite possibility, but again, it takes proper maintenance and planning to make all of those things happen. Here's the big one, and this is coming from a farmer. Don't be told that your land is worth money to farmers farming it, especially on smaller tracts. In some areas, maybe, but out here, farming 10 acres is actually a headache for most farmers, at least for for-profit farmers, that is. It can take over twice as long to farm 4 10-acre pieces as it does 1 40-acre piece. So farmers aren't going to be chomping at the bit to take on your 9 acres that you have, especially if they got to go around wellheads and driveways and fences. It just makes it really hard. You might end up being in a situation where you need to pay a farmer to come in and farm your ground, but at least then you don't have the maintenance or equipment expense on top of it. Here's the big one that people miss. Equipment costs for the do-it-yourselfer. 1, just sizing a tractor properly for your farm. A decent small-sized tractor to take care of 9 acres can run you anywhere from $30,000 to $60,000, and you still don't have any equipment to go on the back of it. That's the other part that people get wrong, is what equipment do they need? And I've seen the mistakes over and over again, whether they go and buy a double disc to go behind the tractor and absolutely trash the ground because they don't know how to either properly set it up, the timing's an issue, and they can end up with more weeds than they started with doing the improper tillage at the wrong time. Take into consideration these 4 things that we talked about, and it'll save you a lot of frustration and money in the long run. Talk to somebody who's knowledgeable in your area, who knows the seasonal and regional challenges that your area faces. Smarter and cheaper ways do exist, but most people don't know until after they've spent the money. These 4 things to consider will save you some of the most money and frustration. If this helped, hit the like and subscribe button, and I'm going to keep giving straight talk from somebody who's farmed here for years. Thanks for watching.